It's 2022, and you might be thinking, new year, new you, but
this week we're going through the ages from 16 to 30 to see what really changed at this age.
Are we too old to be doing something now that we used to do?
Should you be folding your laundry when it come out the dryer?
Why do y'all got these close friends?
All right, we're going to get into it right here, right now on Textually Active. Hey, so I see all of y'all sharing y'all products, y'all businesses on your Instagram stories, on Facebook. Why not take out an ad on your favorite podcast and get more listens and more eyes on your product? Textually Active is now offering ads to businesses. All you have to do is send us an email and we'll get back to you about how you can get your ad right here on Textually Active. Send us an email right now at textuallyactivepod@gmail.com. Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Textually Active.
Textually Active.
This is your weekly dose of navigating the digital age while dealing with friendships, relationships, and all the ships in between. I'm Rez, and I got Meezy with me.
Hey guys, welcome back. 2022, we done made it.
It's a new year. EA is here with us.
Yo, you know what it is. I'm in
This bitch.
Right, that's right. We made it to this bitch.
Did we, bro?
It's over here, 2022.
I'm highly disappointed.
2021 did not go the way that I expected it
bro,
to go.
I don't see nothing there. Fucking flying car, no fucking traveling tubes. We supposed to have, everything I saw on Futurama was a lie.
I didn't even see the steps as much as I thought I was going to see them. I ain't see nobody say 2022 is about to be their year. I ain't see sis carrying the bag up the steps. I ain't see Corona being left on the steps.
I did see where sis would, like, she's not at the steps anymore. She's outside getting tested for COVID.
Oh, okay. She's waiting
got
in that
Omarion.
line with the Omarion variant.
She got Omarion, that's why.
Yeah, so 2021 was not what I expected it to be. We had to take a break the last week of the year.
We ain't have to. We just did that shit.
I wanted to take a break.
Fuck you niggas.
So, Meezy, I just wanted to bring to your attention about, you said flying cars and tubes and stuff like that.
Right.
So, it is now the new year, 2022.
Right.
And George Jetson has not been born yet.
Oh, shit.
He's born July 31st of this year.
You're right.
Okay.
I did see that. You're right.
So, we're here. How you feeling?
I'm alright, bro.
I'm back.
I'm here. Like, shit, ain't shit changed. Christmas was cool. New Year's Eve was alright.
You gonna look at your phone the whole time?
No, I'm trying. I'm
Bro,
trying
the
to
people right here, we don't need no meme right now.
I'm trying to prepare for the show.
You don't? All right, well, we'll wait.
You know the show. The show must go on.
I'm gonna be like the teacher. We'll wait.
Really?
E, how you doing?
I'm cool.
All right.
I was trying to be the kid that you don't call on, trying to read.
Trying to wait.
You don't want to call on me to read in class.
I'm about to be the student where you make sitting a corner over there.
All right. So, yes, like we were saying, it's 2022. It's a new year. Christmas was good. I got to do the matching pajamas, got to see my family. It was my first time doing Thanksgiving, not going up to Delaware. So that was interesting. My parents came down to see me instead of me going up to see them. And honestly, that shit made me feel grown as hell.
Man,
They was proud.
Man, yuck.
What you mean, yuck?
Matching pajamas.
It's something about the matching pajamas with the picture that just make a family feel like a family. You know, the last few episodes I've been stressing family to make y'all want to go home and see y'all's. I mean, and I do have empathy for those of you who may have strained relationships with your family. And that's why I encourage you to lean on your family and making new friends and accepting them as your family and starting those traditions so you don't feel left out. So all of my family talk wasn't to make y'all feel bad. It was, you know, just me bigging up my family and family. So no shade.
Okay.
I just had to get that out there because some people were commenting underneath of my video. You know, it's weird when, you know, you went viral a little bit when people that you don't know start saying mean shit to you. Must be nice. Like, damn. And then somebody told me my Simba picture that I made for baby Simba, they was like, it's the thought that counts.
Damn.
That shit had me on the floor rolling.
They out here
It's the thought that counts. I said, oh yeah.
Boy, she must have painted that with her eyes closed.
Bro, then my little sister was like, can I give you some feedback? I said, no, you can't give me no feedback. I ain't asked you no questions. My picture fire. Then I was like, well, I do have a hard time drawing eyes and stuff. So if you could send me something,
Boy, they said you got 2 left hands.
And then when I show Eric the picture of Simba, he gonna say, boy, that bitch strong than a motherfucker. His bicep was poking.
You put baby Simba head on adult Simba body.
Word, I did. But I've been painting and getting back to that. So 2022, new year, family coming by. And it made me think about, like, as we step into this new year, of course, you about to turn, 31?
Yeah.
I'm going on to 32. EA about to be...
You try to turn it down.
You already
You
did.
know this shit.
I wasn't going to say it, babe.
Nah,
do
that's cool.
the math, guys.
He
just,
about to-
just do the math.
He about to do his big age. But it got me thinking about, like, not so much of what we not doing in 2022, but at your age, what you shouldn't be doing. Because some things are not okay. So I want to start by talking about what is a big age. Like, what is the age where you was like, dang, I can't keep playing these little boy games anymore.
All right.
Or me too, because sometimes I think I'm a boy. Can't be playing these little boy games anymore.
That's funny.
That. Oh, this is how you coming out.
That's number one.
You coming out. You coming out.
That's
hot.
number one.
Yo, like,
That's the first thing you should be doing at your big age.
He brought me a wallet that's a man wallet. You can't tell me I ain't masculine as shit when I be whipping that thing. I be like,
Do you gotta?
it was in the purse section. So
Nah,
I thought it was.
I be
in his
pulling
purse.
that
I
man
thought it
wallet
was-
out like, what's up? What's good?
That nigga got
At the gas station looking at the scampies like, what's up? You see
that
me?
nigga got
See,
a
the
wallet
thing is-
chain
the
like
thing
Jim
is what
Jones.
makes you think it's a man's wallet. It's because it came with a rubber band around it.
Yeah.
So that's the part that's just like, nah, that's for a dude.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's for them.
That's
I'm a
nuts.
them. I'm a they.
Hey, that's where
They
that's one
coming.
of
They
mine.
coming for you too.
They are. It's a lot of they too. It's a lot of them.
Because they keep saying you throwing that around.
And what?
They did, bro.
Yeah.
Street said that.
They said that?
Yeah. They
Oh, it's up.
Oh, I can't wait. We're going to have a
Your
party.
ass,
When they show up, we're going to
You
have a
finna
party.
get canceled.
No, I'm not.
They finna cancel
What are
your
you
ass.
talking about? I
You're
have
outta here.
masculine and feminine energy.
Hey, you about
I'm a they.
You about to be out of here.
Anywho, like I was saying,
Rizzy out of here.
Yeah, they about to run down on you.
like I was saying, what age do y'all feel like is a big age?
I don't know, Kanye.
I just feel like I feel like it's a spectrum. It depends on what you doing and stuff like that. Like it can roll. It can roll like around and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Oh, I think it's one for every age group.
Every
Right.
by
That's
10?
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
I
That's
think
good.
it's
Nah,
one.
That's too much. That's
Nah,
too much time.
but I think it's
By
one.
fives?
I think it's one in every 10. And
I think it's about milestones. I think
it's 5. Yeah, it's whatever the 5 is.
So by 15, you was too old to be pissing in the bed.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, got it.
Right.
25.
So so
Right, you know what I'm saying?
all right, so let's say 15, let's say 18, let's say 21, 25, 30, and then go from there.
All right, so we done crossed a few bridges.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
That
We
makes
can, we can
sense.
start at
That
15.
I don't want to say 15.
I don't remember 15 like that.
Because I really want to say if we're going to do it by milestone, I think 16 is the one.
Okay.
Yeah, because we
Sweet
started driving.
16 and then sweet 16 and then 18 they make you adult. 21 you hitting that liquor a little hard. Then 25 is like, oh, this is my last 5 of my 20s, and then 30 and then everything after 30 is just
It might be 10s after 30, right?
yeah, after 30,
30,
it's just
40,
10s.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at 16, do y'all remember 16?
A little bit.
It was wilding.
A little bit.
Well, I'm lying.
All right. So I guess the question is, what is a big age? And Meezy, you were saying that we're breaking it down by tiers. So we got 16, 18, 21, 25, and 30.
Yeah, I
and
think-
these are all ages that we all experience.
I feel like that. I hope so.
Yes, me and us here. And probably our listeners as well. So you all experience 16, 18, 21, 25, and 30.
Yeah, I think these just like milestones that happen in your life. Like sweet 16, 18, they claim that you're legal. 21, you can start hitting that bottle. 25, you realize you've been hitting that bottle too hard. And then 30, you like, my 20s just went away.
Right, like, oh, it's time to start over. So let's start from the bottom then. 16. What was y'all doing at 16?
Was testing the waters, man. I thought I was trying to, I thought I was gonna be the bad kid, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was in the house.
I mean, it's corny.
I was.
a little corny?
I was a little corny.
16.
I was a little corny.
Because it was because I ain't have a crew. I ain't have no.
Yeah,
I had no one to.
Me
I had
too.
no bad influences around me because
I feel you.
Because I was new.
I guess I'm the only one. 16, I was giving my parents hell.
Oh, I didn't know what you.
I
was
was giving them hell.
I did not know.
I
that
was
sentence was going.
giving them hell. You couldn't tell me that when I got the keys to that Kia Optima, full Kia, tearing it up. And then I found out they got 10 for 10. So you know the warranty go for 10 years or 100,000 miles. I think that's what it was. I was tearing that Kia up. Wherever we wanted to go, I had the car, and I couldn't wait. And then what was so beautiful about it was that my grandmother had just moved down the street, and you know when you get your permit for the first time, you have to have somebody drive with you. Mm-hmm. She was too new to the area, and she couldn't drive. She wouldn't be safe driving, and I just got my license. So she had a license, I had a permit, so we went together like white on rice, man.
That's
we
crazy.
was driving up and down Route 172, listening to Lil Wayne, Beyonce. She loved all them artists. My dog.
That's crazy.
So 16, I was cutting up.
So you were enabled.
Crazy.
I was enabled.
That's nuts.
I
Shout out to
was
Lulu.
flying high. You know what was wrong though? I shouldn't have been doing half the stuff I was doing at 16.
I believe it.
I was too grown.
I believe it.
Too grown.
I'm gonna say it. You ain't get your ass beat enough.
Y'all saw my TikTok challenge. My parents beat me a little bit.
No, they didn't.
A little bit. A little bit.
No, they didn't.
I don't even think. Nah,
The thing is,
I don't believe it.
because-
Because when I do the math, yeah,
Yeah, like you
no.
were one of two girls.
Yeah, and that's your dad and a stepmom. So stepmom really don't get involved like that.
But I got in trouble. Y'all was at the wedding when she said that she took my door off.
I mean,
Okay, and now and what did I do?
you're right. You just was in there turning the radio up.
What Jay-Z said, and what did that do? Make me go hard.
Right, you wasn't doing nothing.
What I do?
You see
Act
that-
more
you see that door
stupidly,
off?
Right.
bump more Louis V. My mama couldn't get through to me. I was in her room taking more stuff. So you want to take my door? I'm gonna take your stuff.
You see that door in the front yard? Huh? You know I'm upstairs going hard.
Stealing.
Nah, yo, Lisa. I was scared of Lisa because she's so you got to watch out for the people who are so nice. Because when she flipped the switch on my ass, I was like, oh, I don't want to fight this lady.
Pussy.
I was like,
They know it's gonna be three dogs in that
I
house.
said something about her tone tells me she's not the one, the two, or the three.
Yeah. She took the door off, man. You know what kind of woman you gotta be to know how to use a
Take the door
screwdriver?
And the thing is, like I want to know if she used a step stool.
Yeah, like absolutely. And then toted it. Like they was upstairs, toted it downstairs.
That's the thing. 'Cause I want to know, because where did it go? Was it just in the hallway?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It was in that front yard.
Going hard. When you see them dogs in the front yard,
Put it somewhere. How you hide a door in your house? Just put the door where
I
nobody
caught
can get
myself
it.
trying to put a sheet on the door so I could have some privacy. Wasn't no privacy.
what?
No.
No more privacy for me.
No.
So 16, y'all was doing y'all thing. I think at 16, you supposed to fuck up a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. 16 is a time. If your parents not really disciplining you like that, do all you could do at that age, because by the time you get to 18,
16 was
That's when it count.
by the time you get to 18 is when it starts changing.
16 was the last time I decided I wasn't gonna lie to my mama no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't have to lie to her no more. That's when I learned. Yeah,
That's when I started.
So this is what happened. So like you know, nigga had the whip, had the keys, and I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. We don't gotta get into
the details.
you know what I'm saying? And I backed into a mailbox by accident, like trying to do some extra shit. And so when I got home, our driveway, we used to park beside each other. And so I would always back in. So I always backed in. So it's on the driver's side, so she couldn't see it. And one day I just happened to pull into I was coming in the house, I was leaving back out, and I pulled into the driveway and she seen it. And so she asked me about it. And so I lied to her and told her I hit one of the mailboxes up the street trying to 3-point turn, come home to leave. And so she was like, well, show me where the mailbox was. She was like, get in the car, show me where and I was like, fuck, I can't. It ain't one, like, it ain't gonna make a difference. So I was like, you know what? I didn't. I did this the other day, yada, yada, yada. So she took the keys. She was like, give me the keys. Fuck that. And so it wasn't really punishment for me because I had a part-time job. I worked every day after school. So if I can't drive myself, you gotta take me.
Shout out to them part-time
Hold
jobs.
up. it was like July. School started. It was senior year. You know, you got to pull up to the senior year in the whip. I got the keys back on the first day of school, bro. It was the longest month and a half I'd ever had. I was like, thank God I got the keys back this month. And I started driving again. So that was the part where I was like, you know what? I ain't really have to go through that. I don't have to lie to her no more.
Yeah, I think 16 is the time to start like growing up and owning the stuff that you do.
So it's official. It's because I didn't have a car. That's why.
Probably.
Everything. I mean, I was always like the one riding around with people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You was a nigga that was hopping the turnstile.
Now, I always had a Metro card.
Oh.
Had a Metro card.
Privilege.
It was just that when I was living in Jersey for those 3 years, it was hard to get around.
Right.
It was on that bus and then taking your ass back home.
Crazy.
All right, so good question. I know we're going to 18 next.
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to talk about, I guess, right when you graduate high school. Did you guys have senior cut day?
No.
I ain't had no fourth
kind
period
of.
my senior year, so I used to skip. Our math teacher got sick for like the last month and a half of school, and so you know how niggas is. When first period have her and she not there, you don't go to second period. And so for like my senior year, I had 2 period. We had 4 period days, but I only went to 2 classes and then I left.
I briefly remember being suspended during my senior year. I don't know why.
I believe it.
But I will have to ask my parents
I
about that.
probably,
but
yeah.
I probably
the
missed too many days of
investigative
school. So I think by the time senior
Niggas,
skip day
you was
came
on the
around,
truancy
bro,
list?
I was at Rehoboth. Y'all was in class. I was at the beach with my jean jacket on and my homies.
Nah, that's believable.
Yeah, I was at the beach.
That's believable.
Y'all was cutting. Y'all talk about senior cut day, bitch. I was every week. Wasn't at school.
I believe it.
Grades was still all right though. So
Yeah,
it's not my private proudest moment.
period.
If you 16, go to class.
Cut day. I think we were supposed to have a cut day, but they made it. I think they made cut day on like an exam day. So if you had to go to class, you had to go to class because it was an exam day. But
If everybody didn't go though, they would have to do makeups.
yeah, but
If everybody didn't go, y'all was going to be there next year.
exactly. And so niggas had to do that.
You see, there's 2 different types of people out here. Okay,
Right.
There's people who would say, "Hey, cut exam day. They gotta let us graduate."
Nah, niggas was like, "Nah, we going."
Shout out to privilege.
And I only had to take. I was about to fail. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You supposed to fail?
Oh yeah, I was about to have to go to summer school to graduate. I ain't gonna hold you.
What about you, E? Did you do skip day?
Yeah. So
I had to go to summer school one time too. It was the worst time of my life.
Hey, you nasty.
So funny story. Basically, I remember like senior year, like say like October, November, right? When I first found out about it, right? I pulled my dad to the side and said, "Can I do this?" Happened in May.
Mistake number 1.
No, because he tried to tell me what WMEZ said, like, yo, like you don't have to lie to me, like, because up to this point
They don't mean it. Whenever they say you ain't gotta lie.
No, he was already
lie
like,
some more.
when he would come upstairs like, yo, 'cause I was in the attic. He was like, yo,
Harry
do you
Potter
feel like
in
going to
the
school
faces.
today? I was like, I would. You said what now?
Harry Potter in the faces.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
So you was in the attic, baby.
Right. So basically, my dad would, before he would leave, he would say, "Yo, do you want to go to school today?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm feeling tired." So he would let me stay home. He would just say, "Stay up here until like 10 o'clock, so his girlfriend can leave." And you just like, "Yo, just chill." So I asked him about senior cut day. He told me no. So like a nigga, I was dressed for the beach, walking out of school because it was kind of cold that morning. He was like, "Yo, like," and he stayed home. He was like, "Yo, you going to class today?" I was like, yeah, sure. And then I had one of those joints that when you don't come in, it calls your house at the end of the day.
Niggas
and they'll say, "Oh, EA Green has not been here for first period, second period, third period." And basically, I got like, we had like a whole blowout, but I didn't get in trouble though. But it was like this whole big thing.
That shit used to piss me off.
It was so extra, and even to this day, my dad still thinks that he was like, I should have told him and he would have let me go. But he did not. He wasn't.
That shit happened to me one day too. I fucking came home. I came home for lunch. Fucking, it's like I didn't have no fourth period, and I didn't have to go to class for third period, and so I left school after second period, and I went home for lunch. And my mama worked third shift, so she was already at home. So I walk in, she like, "What you doing here?" I was like, I didn't have to go to class today. And she was like, what you mean? I was like, our teacher was gone, so I left.
I remember.
Don't do that no more. So then I just learned to stop going home. Like I drove, so I just go anywhere else but home.
The first time I skipped school, y'all gonna laugh, but it was in elementary school.
Where the fuck was you going?
Parents, I'm sorry. It was all me. I was the mastermind behind it. But I had it timed. Me and Sissy would go to the bus stop. Dad would drive by. Boop, boop. See you later. We had our friend. It was a little white girl, Erica. She lived up the street at her grandmother's house.
Yeah, you can't trust white girls named Erica.
So we was at the bus stop. We knew the bus was about to come. We just ran back into the house. And we was in the house all day. It was the best time ever. We had to be like 11. Sissy was probably like 9. We was in there tearing it up. It was so much fun though. It was scary because when it was time my dad would be like, call us when you get home. We called him. Hey Dad, we're home. We've been home all day, but it was hard to lie. But I don't think they knew about that. Hey. And then did I tell you about the time where we saved up all of our dollars from lunch? We all weren't eating lunch so we could buy some Air Force Ones. So it was like 60 days. So that means
that she stole her sister's lunch money.
What I was trying to figure out was how did we save up money for one pair?
No, we all as a group. So me and my white friend Erica, we saved up money.
Took her sister's lunch money?
No, I got $1. Sissy got $1. Sissy wasn't trying to do that shit because she don't care about nothing. She was like, "Whatever, I'm not doing that." So me and Erica saved up our money. I got the black pair. She got the white pair.
So y'all had enough money together to buy 2 pair of shoes?
We didn't eat lunch for 60 days so that we could buy some sneakers.
What the fuck y'all was doing? How was y'all eating?
We was stealing a little bit.
High school gateway drug.
Bro, what year was this?
I don't know. When was I in elementary school? I would say 2019.
So you stopped eating for a pair.
1999.
That explains some developmental.
2000.
Thank God you ain't never told nobody this because they would have called DSS on Troy. The kids is malnourished for a pair of Force
We got them sneakers though.
Passing out in gym
class.
We got
them forces though. Listen, we was in a lunch line. I got food at home, Miss Lunch Lady. Mind your business.
Stealing. It was
a good time.
I feel like I was saving money just so y'all could steal.
When was 9/11? What year was that? 01? Yes. So it was before 9/11. I'm trying to think what year it was.
I was confused.
So
I'm just okay.
My mind be scattered a little. Y'all, whoa, don't judge me. I said 01. I said the right year.
Yeah, you did.
So I would say 99. 99 in the 2000s when Back That Ass Up was when I was down there doing it.
That's crazy.
Up in Delaware.
You wouldn't have been.
I'm out Delaware and my niggas is every day. Shout out to all the kids.
If he was eating during those times, you'd remember it.
Shout out to all the kids from Delaware that went to Bayard. It was tough, but we made it. Remember that trip to the Franklin Institute? And I even remember all the little boys who had a crush on me. Shout out to y'all, yo. Hey. If you made it out of Bayard, you're a real one, all right?
That's funny as fuck. Malnourished.
302 babies.
Air Force Ones ain't even that fire for you to be safe.
Who's that word? All right,
went
next
to school
age.
In the 90s, my nourished baby.
We was at 18.
We at 18. I just had to share that story.
Oh yeah. That.
In hindsight, it's a story of triumph, sacrifice.
You tried it.
Savings, finance. Adulthood.
Listen to what.
Who else can say at 9 they was doing it?
Listen to what you spent your money on. That's what's throwing me
Big
off.
Big boy, get the stumping in my hair. Okay.
You was a nigga that
for you to choke him. You know them joints.
She was only getting 2 pair of shoes a year. That was it. The back to school shoe and a pair of shoes you got for Christmas. That was it. So she was like, I done read through one of these. I gotta get a new pair.
Name brand pair of shoes.
I got
the first pair of lemon pepper steppers.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing there. It makes sense. That's trauma though.
That's trauma.
Even though we talking like that's
trauma. What makes say?
Yeah, that's trauma. But 18 was nuts. 18 was the first time I experienced freedom. Like I graduated high school, on my way to college in that dorm room, not giving a fuck about none of this.
Oh my gosh, me too. I went to college my first year at 18.
Not giving a fuck.
Can we talk about that summer before college? How my dad, I told you was living in Jersey. My dad had a girlfriend. Literally the Saturday after I graduated, he packed up a car and drove and moved to Atlanta. And I basically stayed with his ex-girlfriend for that summer because I was working like that whole time. It's just a mess.
that summer before college,
We just gonna breeze by this.
I was trying to sit on that, but it was very. So your dad left,
Broke up with the girlfriend,
and left you there.
and you stayed with the ex-girlfriend.
This episode got to be called trauma. Cause what?
And I wasn't. Yeah, I stayed in the attic.
All right,
and no,
all right,
and no.
All right, I'll ask.
No, don't ask. Don't ask. I know where you're going with this.
I got to.
All right.
So you ain't trying to beat like like you lived there, like
You 18 now. You grown.
like you had to do something to stay here, like
You the man of the house.
like you needed a place to stay, and she was letting you stay. You did something, fam.
No, I didn't. That's funny.
Yo, so where were you working?
When I came down,
Right.
When you came
Right,
down from
for
that,
that?
she was looking for some. She was looking for some.
Hey, imagine walking past. Like, how do you even explain that to people?
Was she
I
nice?
No.
Oh.
How did this work?
I basically I did with music. I stayed out. I left. I had to leave before. I had to leave after she left, and then I used to come home after she fell asleep. So I was just always out the whole day.
That's nuts.
I was working at a like a Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh shit.
So, but there's they had like a little smaller Rite Aid type of store that I used to work in.
That's
bad.
nuts. That's funny. This might be a trauma episode. I'm sorry. I'm reliving it.
At 18, I was about to go to college, so I was like on Facebook. That was the year that you could get on Facebook when you picked your school. So all of the kids that were going to the school that I was going to, WMEZ, we were online trying to meet each other. And then when I first got there, when I came down, it was up and it was stuck. And then I had to bring my ass back home.
Damn, when you say it like that, yeah.
I can't say I didn't have a good time there.
I had a little trauma too, bro. So that was the summer that I wrecked my car, and it put a strain on me and my mom's relationship. And I don't think it's like ever been fixed since then. But like, I had a wreck, and like that entire summer, she like made me feel bad about it. And
do you remember
How bad was the
you got
accident?
you remember how you got into the accident?
all right. So I wasn't. The irony, it might have been karma, because I was in the car complaining about my mama. Like, bro, something not right. Like, I left my car at home for beach week, and I had just filled it up, and I'm like, I had a lot more gas in here than I think. So I was like, damn, she might have been driving my car. So I was like a little upset about it, and I sideswiped this car, and it totaled my car, and like she was at a meeting. I was trying to go see my girlfriend because I was a certified lover boy in my teens, and that summer I like still kept my job, so I would still go to work. But it was like this aura, like we wouldn't speak in the house when we was in the house at the same time. It was just like here, I cooked here, whatever, and it got to the point where it's like we had a den, and she just started filling it up with shit that I was taking to college, and like every week it would be more shit in there, and I just felt like damn, this nigga really ready for me to leave. And
Yeah, this is pulling up some.
and so then like I wasn't even supposed to go to this school, and so on my visit, I was supposed to go to Johnson and Wells, this private school, but it cost too much, so I couldn't, and so I didn't really apply to that many other schools, and so I wanted to be in sports management. I wanted to be an agent, but I didn't understand the concept that you gotta go to law school and all this other shit. So I was just like, let me go to the schools that I know that had it. These kids from my high school that went to this school in the mountains called East McCrae. We took a visit. They told me, if you sign right now, we'll waive the fee that you pay. And so I was like, all right, fuck it. Because I really wanted to go to Winston State, but she was like egging me on to like leave from the city. She didn't want me to be in the city. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I signed the papers. I went to Leeds McCrae. Moving day happened, and for the rest of that semester is when I think that's when I developed my depression. And like, it was a really rough first year. Like, the only thing that kept me going was I ran a music blog, and I just spent all my time in the library and the student union doing that. But it was like a real bad time for us. And then, and I don't think we like, when the year was up, she came to pick me up, and when we like packed my shit up, we got it like the ride is like an hour. We got into a argument, full blown argument for like the first 30 minutes of the ride.
What were y'all arguing about?
Like, just about life. Like, bro, I didn't want to go there to begin with. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the whole time, like, as a single mom, I ain't had no money. I made like $20 stretch a whole semester one time. Like, I didn't spend it. I ain't had nowhere to go. And so it was just like one of these things where I was just like, bro, like, you like made me leave that, like, you forced me out the house. Like, I did what I did. And then, like, it was just a real weird time that whole time. Like it was either to the point where it was like I didn't call home that often.
So, and you were 18.
Yeah.
Did you turn 18 when you got there? Or you were 18 when you got
there? I was 18 when I got there.
Okay.
So it was just weird. Like, the whole experience was weird.
That first year of college on your own is different. Luckily for me, I had two people that were going to they went to the same high school as me. Well, one girl, and I met friends, like I said, on the internet before I got there, and we all linked up. But it's an experience being so far from home. And then in your case, was your school a HBCU or was
it was a PWI.
PWI.
Yeah. Like, I met
predominantly white, dysfunctional college out.
Right. It's like it's in the mountains, and so it's in this small town where the school is basically the town. And so I met one of my best friends, Jeremy, while I was there. Like, we had went to high school, but he was older than me. He was like 2 years older than me. And so, like, when we got to campus, like, he was a transfer for another school, and I was fresh. So we like clicked up.
So you didn't make any friends except for?
I mean, I met friends. I managed the basketball team, so that's where all the black people was.
How were your grades?
Poor. I was fucking probation first semester. Second semester to finish. At that point, I stopped going to class. Like, fuck it.
What was your experience like, Eric? You went to DSU. You had a different experience.
My freshman year?
Yeah.
I knew a couple of people. I think I knew two people that went from my college there. And a
lot of New Yorkers went to DSU, right?
Yeah. So basically, Del State was about 3 hours away from New York. So, and it kind of had this notorious thing about it was far enough where you could feel like you went away, but if you really needed to get back, it was just a quick bus ride. Yeah. Hour from Philly, hour and a half, 2 hours from Baltimore and DC. So it was kind of like almost kind of like the Winston of
it's kind of like
of the area.
How me being from Delaware, I always say I can go to New York, I could go to Maryland. Like it's that like you can get to anywhere real quick from Delaware.
I think that's why it's called Delaware State.
I know, but I'm just saying he's talking about the people being there and coming from different areas. Right. And I had the opposite experience. I'm there and I'm going different places.
Got you.
Right. So
yeah. So that's why a lot of people went there. But I mean, the thing is, I almost didn't go to school because we pulled up and I had no clue what the hell FAFSA was. And when I got there, they were like, "Yo, like none of your bill is settled. Like we have no payment plan. We got nothing for you." And basically, you had to like fill out the FAFSA right there. Had to call my grandfather. I was like, "Yo, I need help on a loan." He was like, I'm not co-signing for you." And then he had to make some phone calls, to kind of chew some people out and stuff like that. And then someone did wind up co-signing for me for my first year. So like basically that moment made me kind of wake up. And I remember it was like I think it was $21,875.34 or something like that.
I know the exact number.
Like my mom wrote it down. It was like, I want you to remember this. Damn. And it's like, and don't fuck it up. And I got a 4.0 my first semester, and then wound up with a 3.98 because like I had this one credit class where the teacher gave me a B. Like he wouldn't give
privilege ass nigga over here.
How am I privileged? My thing is, it was one of those things. I just kind of took it as like, yo, like I can't mess this up because it would have been mad embarrassing to be able to packed up, drove 3 hours. It was all that stuff, and then to not stay,
especially because you didn't know
you
where.
Really had to leave.
Especially because you didn't know where to go. You couldn't go back to the attic.
Right. So I mean, what it was is would have been going back up to New York, to the projects where my mom was living at the time, or like I would have to figure out a way to move down to Atlanta or something like that. But to be honest, like I made the best of it. I went to said 4.0 all that stuff like that.
I mean, if I would have saw $21,000 as the price tag, I'd have had a ball too.
But the thing is, I went to every single party.
Yep.
I did everything.
I was at every single party too.
I did everything, but I just made I just made sure that I did not fuck it up.
I fell off a stripper pole my first year of college.
No,
we're not gonna unpack it because I don't want my road to be somebody else's road. I want the little ladies listening to this to go to college, have the time of your life, sister,
and strip.
At that point I realized that I couldn't do that. But I also I had a lot of fun hanging out with the gay guys that were at college. Like I felt like I related to them because I identify as bi. But we used to just hang out, kiki, have a great time. And I went to class when I went to class, but my grades weren't bad. They weren't good, especially coming from high school, like where my grades were good. I was honor roll, whatever. I don't know. I feel like it was a learning experience for me because, like I was talking about 16, like that, I was doing the same shit that I was doing at 16 and 18. So yeah, I can joke and say that it's fun, but I still had to pay that money back from going there and not finishing school. Right. And it was embarrassing coming back home and not being in college anymore while the rest of my friends were in college and having to take the route where I have to get a job. So then we get into age 21 where I'm back home.
Can I just clarify for the listeners? Because I want to know. You didn't strip. You was at a party on a stripper.
Yes, I was at a party. Somebody had an apartment off campus with a pole. And I happened to hang around with a girl who did strip.
Got you.
She was the one stripping.
That's the friend. Yeah.
She was the one stripping. Her life, she had a great time. I never forget that girl name. She was from DC.
Cinnamon?
She was dope. No, her name was Candace. Something like that. She was dope as shit. But that was a bad bitch. She was handling her business. She was making her money. But
shout out Stadium.
I say all that to say, if you're going to go away to college and you're 18, you're listening to our podcast, you're thinking about college next year, make sure that you go for something that you have a clear path to understand what you want to do. So you said that you wanted to be a sports agent, but you didn't know what it took to be one. Yeah. So if you're going into college, make sure that it's something that you actually want to finish and actually want to do. I started off teaching, and when I did go back to school as an adult learner, that's what I went to school for because I was working with kids. It was great. Secondly, make sure you know how much you're getting signed up for. A lot of us are complaining about student debt, and that's because we didn't know. I couldn't quantify $21,000 at the age. Like, if you ask me, I say my parents make that every week. Like, I didn't know. They wasn't teaching me shit in school.
I mean, it's the wildest. Like, just letting niggas 18. I can't even buy liquor, but I can sign up to be $21,000
and pay this money back and tell y'all that I'm gonna pay this money back, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. That's crazy. So
the other thing for college is to make sure that you don't treat it like high school. You can't go to college treating everything you do like you're still that 16-year-old kid. Because a lot of people went to college and caught cases because they were still trying to do the shit that they was doing at 16 at college. I know guys who came to school, wanted to sell drugs in school. You can't do that here, bro. You're going to jail. So 18 was fun.
What did Tyreek before Tyreek was Tyreek?
18 was fun, but I had to pay for a lot of my mistakes at 18 in my 20s. I'll say that. So
what would you say that you would have to stop at your big age? At
18, I would have to stop doing the fuck shit. Like, I was doing a lot of fuck shit. I was playing. I was goofy. I'm still goofy now, but it wasn't the time to be ditzy and goofy. It was the time to handle your business. I didn't handle my business. So
what about you, Meezy?
I think at 18 it was just more so understanding independence, understanding I really got to know who I was as a person, at 18, and so I had to learn like. At 18, I learned that at my big age that wasn't nobody gonna be there for you. You gotta do whatever it is that you in life. You just gotta do whatever you need to do. Like nobody was there. Like nigga, I tore my ACL and had to walk 1.5 miles in a fucking brace. Like because I didn't have a ride back. Because I didn't have a car. I didn't have a ride back to campus, so I had to walk. Like nigga. Them oodles and noodles could only stretch so far. Like
the white people took the TikTok to tell us about oodles and noodles as if we didn't use that to survive in 2008, 2009.
Crazy. Knowing independence. Know how many swipes you got on that motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna let you on this swipes.
Not letting somebody else take your swipe card.
Knowing that nobody has your back, fam. Like you gotta do this yourself.
Knowing that your library points, like your library dollars, came off of that refund check. Mm-hmm. So you need to know how you need to add a little bit more on there so you can get what you need to get. So you can bookstore rich.
Hey, that bookstore rich different because them headphones in that bookstore about $200 for no reason.
Zune, PS2, hoodies on hoodies, like that's a given.
And the bookstore going crazy.
Oh, yeah. Don't let one of the teachers say, "Oh, you don't really need this book."
Right,
going crazy.
Yep.
And if your debt ain't paid up, that work study check gone. So, you don't even see that bad boy.
I guess as we get into 21, at that age, what were you guys doing at 21?
Trying to be somebody's fucking husband for no reason.
Damn, that's early.
Fucking husband and stepdad.
I felt like I was on the top of the world at 21.
Yeah.
Like, just everything was just going well for me. And it was just like, now I can officially now drink and not get in trouble for it. So I was having a good time. That 4.0 wasn't there no more. It was like 2.9.
What age did you graduate?
21.
Okay, got it. Yeah. 21, I was working. I was already drinking. It wasn't a big thing.
Told us, yeah,
I was already
middle
drinking.
school. You probably drinking when y'all was skipping the elementary.
Hey, you know what?
I had them water back. Putting water back into that vodka.
Why did you feel like you was on top of the world though at 21?
I was thinking about how you was hungry and drunk.
I was in college.
And it was hitting her extra hard.
I was in college putting Big Mac sauce on that double cheeseburger.
Oh my God. That was probably that.
Trying to get a ride to McDonald's out the Salisbury.
So I felt like I was just feeling myself. I was just like, things were just going well relative to like where I was at. Like I kind of caught myself and put myself in the same position I was in leaving high school, not prepared for college. And basically I wasn't necessarily truly prepared to graduate.
Yeah.
MMG owe you a check too.
They sure do. We forgot. Tell us that story. How EA created MMG.
Yeah, you put MMG
You keep
might owe you a
flashing.
check.
You keep riding right over it, as if Wale. Where was Wale at saying that he met Meek and Rick Ross at DSU?
Yeah, on Drink Champs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ross might owe
and
you
who
a
brought
check.
them to DSU? Let's talk about that.
So I was a part of the SGA.
Oh, okay.
And the people,
Oh, okay.
You know the, like you know,
Hit
it's
the
like,
button,
it's like,
babe.
it's like
Oh,
the,
okay.
It's like the. Here we go. So just for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So basically, you had the 5 people that was like in charge of like, the student body and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And we had the budget that basically covered homecoming. So that was the year that BMF came out, right?
We blowing money fast on this side.
So we already booked Ross like earlier that summer. We was like, we know that it's going to go crazy. Let's get him now before the price goes up.
Got you.
Right. So we grabbed him and basically what we always try to do is like, you try to do hip hop, try to do an R&B type of thing. Right. And it's usually like a go-go type of thing. Cause like people from DC are there. So that's usually kind of like the sauce. So we grabbed Meek Mill, right? Cause I just think it just made sense in terms of what was left over. And we had grabbed Waka and Wale. that year. But Wale was always the 2-for-1 because he always had the Go-Go Band.
Got you.
Right.
And he kind of make R&B music.
Right. So basically, I remember like, Meek Mill went and then Wale went. No, Waka went and then Wale went. Right. And what happened was that when Waka left, he went to the airport, right, to take the plane that Ross came in on. Right. So like they met there. Right. And then Ross came on. He did his performance. And then like a couple of weeks later, they was talking about how Ross was trying to do MMG and he tried to do Wiz Khalifa and Currency first.
Yeah, it didn't work.
They said they didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks after that, Meek Mill, Wale, and Ross was found courtside of a Heat game.
Oh, you might have put that together. You put that play together.
And then basically right after they announced that MMG was happening, I was like, this is us. Like we did this
So when
shit.
we meet Rick Ross, we gonna tell him.
You gotta tell him that story.
You gotta tell him, yo, you remember Del State? I put that together.
And
I'll say it. If you don't want to say it, I'll say it.
I'll ask for a Wingstop. Just ask for a Wingstop.
Nah,
Not
I'm
even the
gonna
bag.
just tell Ross, like, the house. Like,
Or a bottle of Bel Air.
can we throw a party?
Like
here?
a case of Bel Air. Like something.
And the thing is like my mentor at the time, like he still manages Meek Mill and he does all the touring for MMG to this day.
That's crazy.
That's right. So 21, you was making business deals.
I mean, I was feeling
Outside,
good.
yeah.
I was feeling good, and the thing is, like, I was doing all this stuff in school, and I just felt like that. I thought my ticket was just going to be renting for me.
Yeah,
but I didn't really prepare for I didn't really do internships and stuff like that. I just felt like I was the man.
Okay, that's what's up. I think you got the highest road out of me. Meezy was trying to be a husband at 21.
Yeah, for no reason.
You told the story.
Yeah, I just thought I was a lover boy in my
Was it the
early
same
age.
girl from high school?
Nah, we had already broke up. That had already ended. That actually ended the first semester of college. So it was some new girl I met. I met her at 19, 20. I think I met her that summer I came home from school. And she had already had a kid. And so the way because we keep talking about, I didn't have, there was no guideline or guidance of, what a relationship was or how it's supposed to work. So, once you feel like you're in love with somebody, you think this is the one, this is it. And so this is where I was at 21, trying to, be a boyfriend. And then fucking some shit a lot of chaos happened
Were
in
you
that
working and
relationship.
stuff too?
Yeah, so a lot of shit that happened. Toxic, yeah. And a lot of shit that happened, and I was trying to go into the Army, and I couldn't do that. I was going to get that charger. But
yeah, I contemplated too. There was someone after you graduate, if you can go in as an officer, and if you pass the test.
I was going to get that charger, but I couldn't see clearly, and so I couldn't go to the Army, and so when I thought about going to the Army, I was like, you get a lot of, privileges of being in the Army. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't waste those, especially if you claim that you love somebody. So I was like, maybe I should get married to this girl.
Oh, okay. I see how that works.
And the Army thing didn't work out. I had bought a ring from, what's the shit at the mall? Pearson Pergola. I was definitely cheap then. And so I thought about it. I ain't really proposed. It was just more so of here, we should do this if we're gonna do this. And then it just kind of faded out. And as it faded out, we kind of broke up. And then we would carry the next 3 years off and on. Well, probably about 4 or 5 years.
So at 21, you was too grown.
Probably, yeah. That's what I thought.
You tried a big age.
Yeah, I was trying to be a stand-up person.
It's crazy as I sit back and reflect that 21 was a decade ago for us. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to see how my life kind of changed. It changed because 21 I had started drinking, right? And now at 31 I'm like, I don't want to drink anymore. I haven't picked up a drink since October and it's 2022, so it's I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could cry right now thinking about like the turnaround. And
if you want to cry on camera,
no, I'm not gonna cry. But it's as I sit back,
when I came down.
But for real, like as I sit back and think about it, I'm listening to y'all stories and I'm reflecting on. I was a wild boy. Like in 18 to 21, my parents couldn't get through to me. Like they was, I scared a lot of niggas. Like that, it's not even funny. Like dead ass. Like I was just out of control. So
scared a lot of niggas. You was pulling tools. What you was doing, bro?
I don't want to talk about it. But I was in a place where I shouldn't have been. Like Eric talking about MMG and shit. I was bumping Meek Mill riding through Philly, like doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing. But I say all that to say, like, I'm proud of where I am now. So we're not going to spend too much time at 21, but at 21, I was a reckless bitch. That's what I'm going to say. And sorry to all the hearts I broke. Sorry to all the families I ruined.
What kind of nigga would you be sitting in here with your new husband apologizing to niggas' heart you broke?
I'm talking to their mamas. I love their mamas. All right, so 25. That's when I met my husband.
One thing I feel like what I'm realizing, like as we're going through this, is that just so happens that at the time of these ages that we're talking about, there just happens to be things that kind of peaked, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just been like going like that ever since. So when I was talking about when I was at 21, like I was like, you know, I felt like I was on top of the world, but I realized soon after that I did not use that time from 18 to 21 the best.
Right.
Because basically I was low, like from 21 and a half until 25, like shit was going not good. So I was like broke. I was super broke for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. I was surviving off of refund checks. I went to grad school literally for the refund check. And it was just like, I remember I had like an exchange with like an old administrator at Dell State because I was at grad school there. So like, and I was just going to the student center because I was a student, and they were trying to make it seem like that, like I peaked at college. Like she was like, "Yo, you gotta go. Like, why are you still here?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm enrolled here. Like, why are you talking to me this way?" And it was just wild. And because it took a year and a half for me to get a job, and 25 is when I graduated grad school. So it was just like
niggas try to call you an old head.
Yo, they try to wild on me.
I don't like that.
But I transferred. I mean, I don't know where she works at now. Hopefully she.
Man,
God bless.
Fuck that bitch.
God bless.
All right, so 25 was when your life turned around, I would say.
Started to move in the right direction.
Okay. What about you?
I thought I was starting to get it.
At 25, what was you doing? That don't seem like that long ago, but that's like 6 years for you?
Because I was outside. What you mean?
You was outside?
I was outside now, bro. I am now not relationship guy no more. This relationship, I think the relationship I was in had soured because I did some fuck shit. But I was outside, bro, trying to figure out who house I was gonna spend the night at the night.
Spend the night?
Yeah, straight no spend the night bag. Just trying to put them stiff ass jeans on the next morning. Nasty work. You know about nasty.
Put the
work.
jeans back on the next morning.
Oh my god, it's the worst. But doing that, me and the fellas at hookah every weekend, running the streets, spending most of my time in Charlotte. Fucking just driving, drinking, doing a lot of ignorant shit that I probably shouldn't have been doing. Probably why I got this bad reputation now.
That sounds similar to my story. 25. I was out here. I had got my life together from from my spiral in my early 20s. I was working. I had a job. I had 2 jobs, by the way, and I was just in school. 2 jobs. The weekend was my playground. I had my own spot with my roommate. Shout out to my roommate. We had a very nice spot. And I was just doing my thing. I think I remember at the top of 2015, I brought the urine and I had a party at my apartment. And I was like, damn, bitch, you grown. But looking back, I was like, you were struggling. You were working 2 jobs. You were going to school. You probably were borderline depressed because you would go home every day and drink. But you was having fun.
I was whoring. Whoring.
I'm gonna say it the lady way. I was having a great time.
Same thing. Outside.
So then, I mean, from 25 to 30, I guess that's when we can really talk about at that big age, should we have been doing those things? Did we feel like those things made us grown? Like, I felt like what made me grown at 25 was having my own car, having my own apartment, and having a job. But in hindsight, it's like, it's much more to being grown. Like, those are the things you're supposed to have at that age. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't.
Or you should have.
I think that's the stigma that we keep putting on us.
Necessarily like a car, but like a way of a means of being able to move.
I think you should just be independently able, no matter what it is. Because I think I think that's what be fucking us up.
Societal norms.
We be trying to put that shit on. By 25, you supposed to. And I think that don't be what it is. I think you supposed to like start understanding yourself and knowing your situation and knowing if are you able to do certain things, and if not, why not, and what you need to do this shit.
Right.
Because I remember, like, all through my 20s, I had fucking temp jobs till I was 25, and I got my first actual I worked for this company job at like 23, 24, I think. And that was the first time I could afford to make car payments for a car that I bought. And so then that was the first time I could so then it taught me like, all right, you got a car, so now you can do it. You do whatever the fuck you want to. This your car. You making the payments on it. Boom. And then shortly after that, I got laid off from that job. So then I had to get a new job, and then it taught me like, this job, it was like a rotating shift, so now I had to prioritize what I had going on in life. Right. And then I started figuring out what made me happy, what didn't make me happy. Then all the skills that I use today, like me and Banks started vibing, we doing this thing musically, taught me all these skills of what to do. I started podcasting at this time, so it gave me all these skills that I still use today. And so it was like really a time where I was really out here wilding, but just doing shit that I wanted to do because I could.
Yeah. I just remember having those pieces and just trying to put them together.
Yeah.
And then trying to figure out why it wasn't clicking the way that it clicked. Not really understanding that my friends that were my age had graduated from college. And that's why their life was on the trajectory that it was on. Like, they had big girl jobs. They didn't have to work 2 jobs. And I was like trying not to beat myself up so much. But I think at 25 was the age that I realized, like, yeah, if you would have finished college, you probably wouldn't be working 2 jobs right now.
Probably.
So here you are doing school, and here it is taking you 10 times longer. I graduated now, got 2 degrees, but it was just like, it may have worked out better for me to do it that way, because obviously when I was in college, I was playing around.
Me reflecting back made me think that I probably should have went back home. Right. Like,
after college?
Like, looking back, yeah. The things I didn't, I said to myself, if I go back home, then I lost, right? That was like the thing I kept telling myself. And I was like, I will rather figure it out. But I think things could have been a little bit smoother if I had the opportunity to like be, kind of have some security. You know what I'm saying?
I ended up back at home. After 25, I was back at home for a little bit.
I just think there needs to be a real big conversation with Black people.
But did you have, like, what did your situation going back home look like? Like, did you still have a room to go back to? Because I think that plays a role into it, too.
So if I went back home, I wasn't technically going back home.
Where were we going?
I was going to be going to my grandfather's house.
Right.
So, so by the time I was 21, my dad was in Atlanta and my mom was in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And my mom was like still in like kind of like both of them was still doing like apartment type of thing, but like they weren't in a place where they could could have another mouth to feed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a different amount of dependence that I would have had. You know what I mean? So there wasn't actually a point like where I was like contemplating staying in Atlanta and living with my grandfather.
I do want to try something different for this age, because 25 seems like it's a big age for all of us. It's a pivotal age where we were getting our foot in and trying to figure out. At 25, what's something that you wish you could have told yourself at that age?
25?
Yeah, if you could tell your 25-year-old self something, what would you say?
Stop being pussy. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
I at that moment, by the time I was 25, I've already come out of that hole where I said I was like broke for a year and a half, and I was just bumming it out off of my refund checks. And 25 is when I got to a point where I was just like, yo, I'm able to afford a car, right? And I'm able to get the car that I want, right? Because I like purchased a car cash, and then maybe 8 months later got a Sentra, and then like 3 months later traded it in for an Altima. And I was just like in a place where I was just like, yo, like I'm good, because I remember how bad it was. And I feel like in between my 25 to 30, I kind of like lost myself in the sense of like the confidence that I had when I was 21. If I had that at 25, I feel like I've been out of here. Mm-hmm. But I lost it because I wasn't ready.
Yeah. I think I would tell myself to go easy on myself, because I feel like I was just in a state where I would constantly be trying to just keep up with everything that's going on around me. And although if you were in my life around that time, it may have seemed like I had it together, but I was going through a lot. Like, it was a lot of me trying to catch up. I felt like I was playing catch up the whole time. Whereas when I look back on it, I don't even have a moment to say like I was living in the moment. I don't feel like I did much living in the moment unless I was at the gay bar fist pumping, or if I was at a rave, like getting paint thrown on me. So I would just say, it's not a race. It's a marathon. Take your time. Enjoy your me time. Don't let these people overwork you, and kind of focus more on myself instead of trying to keep up with everything that was going on around me.
You know how life is crazy? You got something? No, you know how life is crazy?
How?
If you wasn't that way, I probably wouldn't have been attracted to you. Like, when we met, I seen the two jobs. I seen that hustle, and that was what made me attracted to you. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's not to say that you wouldn't have had the same hustle, but that was just what stuck out.
Yeah.
I think I tell 25 easy, you okay? Like part of what you said was like, I thought shit was bad. Like, shit was bad, and this could be better. All this shit could be better. But at 30, 31 now, like, enjoy that moment.
Right.
Like, live in, like, that's the moment you remember when you in your thoughts by yourself. Like, remember the night we was at hookah and we met the African girl. Like, you just remember that story. You remember pissing on somebody at a Travis Scott concert. Like, these are moments you remember, and it's like, at the time after that, you get home and you by yourself. It's like, bro, I could be doing so much better. In hindsight, I was okay. Like,
it was fun. I will say that 25, I had a very great time. I was around amazing people, and I lived life to the fullest, and I'm glad that I did it that way. Yeah. But I wish, like, on those down times when I was at home by myself, that I wasn't like feeling like I'm not doing enough, or I could be doing better. And then if you ask me, then I'd be like, dang, I can't wait till 2022 when I graduate and I have this and I have that. It's like, bro, you have enough. You're doing fine.
And I spent a lot of time in the courthouse, so I would get rid of some of that too.
Yeah. So 25 to 30, what was that like for everybody? Yeah. I think it's when it turned around for me. My early 20s was bad. My late 20s was pretty good. I had a great time.
Shit was average. It didn't change. Once I got to 25 just eased into a path of, you know what I'm saying, new stuff. Like, my awareness for shit started to change. The way I move started to change. Look at pictures and you're like, oh, started eating more.
Yeah, we did start eating.
You start drinking
30
more.
me, 8, 21 me. Like
Yeah.
that's
Big fast.
Like, that's what it was.
Twice.
Didn't we do a cover one year where we had our
New Year's?
Yeah, that shit was ugly.
Definitely, like shit. I ate 2 years ago, me. But nah, it was that. Like you start developing things and seeing shit at like life for real. Like I met y'all, the friends that I got, we started developing closer bonds and shit. Like I'm watching my friends have kids and watching my friends get married or develop relationships with people. Then it's like watching people, take on new roles and shit. Like just take on new roles and mature. And then as you look at yourself, like, oh yeah, you don't even like today I was texting somebody, they asked me about this song and I was like, I don't know this song. And she was like, I'd be outside. And so then I found it and I'm like, I'm not outside no more, but I'm still plugged in. Like I'm still out here, but I ain't out here. And it's like, yeah, I'm finding myself and being at peace with who I am now. Like I don't have to be running and ripping and running no more.
I feel like I've been, and I'll speak to that too. I feel like 27 was interesting because if 25 was a peak, 27 was me trying to keep up with the peak from 25. And then once I got to 27, I finally realized, like, bro, you don't have to keep up with who you were at 25. You don't have to keep being that girl chasing the party, chasing the fun, like doing the same thing. I was like, at that age, you can prepare for your 30s. Like you could look back on your 20s, say you had fun and keep it moving. So I think life just started getting a little bit more serious for me after 25 when I realized like you can't be playing them same games you was playing at 25. You can't be getting drunk and wasting a whole day the next day because the hangover said different. You can't be drinking and driving anymore. Like you can't just party. You can't live for the weekend anymore. You have to live for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. You have to show up every day as an adult, especially when I moved from Delaware down here and I no longer had my parents to fall back on. I mean, I do, but like at that age, I was like, I don't know.
This nigga want to be a 24-hour person.
Yo, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same
This
thing.
nigga
I
want to be a
do.
24-hour person.
It's 25-8.
All right.
I finally said it right this time.
When niggas was saying no days off, you were saying no meals ate.
Yep. I don't like you.
All right, so
No days off, no meals ate.
all right, so if this episode is not called "In Your Big Age," then it definitely needs to be
25-8, no meals ate.
No, underage, malnourished, and drunk.
Will starve for Air
Underage, drunk,
Force
and
One.
malnourished, right?
That's nuts.
Oh my gosh. What about you,
So
babe?
for me, 25 to 30, I was doubling down on the mentality that I was having from 21 to 25, right? So I was like, yo, like, you don't want to feel that again, that year and a half thing, like that. I made that my story. Like that was kind of like what that was on my sleeve. And I feel like I got to a point where my head was above water, right? So it was more like, when you like in a pool and you kind of on your tiptoes, right before you got to start like floating on yourself. That's how I felt in terms of my security. But then I realized I was not happy with where I was going. So it was just like I wanted the security, but I just wasn't finding fulfillment in anything that I was doing. Knowing that, when you hear stuff like when I'm becoming more financially responsible, so they're like, you got to continue to try to put in your 401k or all that stuff like that. So it was just like, I don't want to be stuck in this position or in this space where it's just like, I'm going to keep doing this for 30 years, 40 years. And then say, well, I never did what I really wanted to do.
Right. That's a scary space to be stuck in. Like you looking at the timeline for it and you like, dang, this is what I'm going to be doing the entire time.
Yeah.
I learned that at 25, bro.
Yeah.
My dad was like pressing me to get this job at the tobacco plant. I'm like, bro, all you niggas is in there 50 and older, talking about my knees hurt, my back hurt, doing this job.
I don't want that life.
It's good money, but I'm not here for this, bro. Like, y'all working hella overtime. Like, I want to be able to do what I want to do. Fuck that. I had to learn that quick. Like, I'm not finna do that.
Right. I think it's a good time to kind of take a break and come back and actually talk about the things that you shouldn't be doing at your big age. But I do want to say that it's been a journey from 25 to 30. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, and I don't want people to graze over that. I know after 25, you're like, damn, what's next? I'm about to be 30, but like it's when the show starts.
Yeah, that shit don't
It's really when the show starts. So everybody's timeline is different. I don't want anybody to hear all of the things that we did and say, dang, well, I'm not doing enough. That's not what I want y'all to say. I want y'all to look at our stories individually, because neither one of us had the same thing going on at the same age, maybe 25. But other than that, we all had different experiences.
And I just want to reiterate that I guess what I'm realizing is, like, if I didn't call it out, like, it would have seemed like it was only highlights, but literally so it's the coincidence that at these milestones, like, things seem to be like on its way, right? But like, I feel like it's really about that time in between those milestones that really determine like how you get there.
I will say I had some of the best summers after 25. With y'all niggas. All right, let's go ahead and take a break and come back with At Your Big Age.
You need promotion and visibility for your product? Why not do it right here on Textually Active? It's a space right here that you can add to. If you got a podcast, a book club, a vinyl, a candle set, whatever it is you do, we might need some lashes. You can promote your product right here on Textually Active. Be sure to click the link wherever you're listening to this to, and you can get more information there. Promote your stuff right here with Textually Active.
All right, so we're back. This is where we get into our final thoughts. Shout out to you if you made it this far, because it's about to get nasty. We about to talk about all the things that we didn't get to talk about during the topic. So Meezy, I'll let you start because you had something funny to say while we were on break.
Go
ahead.
I was just
Tell the people what you said.
I just was thinking about how, like, you told us that you was saving money for Air Force Ones. You stopped eating so you could have Air Force Ones, and I was like, I never seen you in a pair of Air Force Ones ever again.
I refuse to buy them.
Never again.
I refuse to buy them. I'll buy an Air Max, but not an Air Force One.
And then I was telling you, like, you saved like $65 from not eating. You know how many days you have to not eat today to buy Air Force One? That's like 110 plus. Like,
Right.
and you would die.
I know.
Bro, that's 4 months.
That's
about
inflation
4
like a
months.
motherfucker, ain't it?
And it also says that you still only get $1 a day.
Yeah, $1 a day.
That's a day.
It's wild, right?
It's crazy.
I get why too. You don't want to go through that trauma again.
So honestly, what I really wanted to talk about during the final thought section was
At your big age, you shouldn't be starving yourself for material items.
At your big age, you should have first of all, I'm gonna start here. You should have an account, a checking account, a savings account. And if you with Wells Fargo, they're gonna make you get 2 check-ins. Make sure because that was a scam. Wells Fargo was in trouble for doing that to y'all. But if you're like me, you have 2 checking accounts from Wells Fargo.
Yeah, she said
you are entitled to a settlement.
All right,
she said Wells Fargo's pieces was hitting.
I got quit.
Good.
Do Venmo and Cash?
That's not an account, baby.
But
you gotta go to the bank and start yourself an account.
But why that don't count?
I mean, like, do your electric company, are they able to go into Cash App?
I mean, they get you that little card.
Are you allowed to auto pay on?
You got that little card.
But can you auto pay on the little card?
See, this is cap because you were here before those cards came. It was a long time before those cards came into.
PayPal let you pay your bill. Like,
hold on. Don't give me the new layaway is fire with the 4 payments. Shout out to Klarna.
See what I'm saying?
Shout out to Afterpay. Shout out to PayPal. Who else do Affirm?
I'm just saying.
What is it? A Zip now?
Zip Pay.
I'm just saying. I might fight back on that.
But you have to have a checking account to be able to do the 4 payments. Is what I'm saying.
That Cash App card probably hit the
Okay. All right. We too old to be lying. At your big age, why are you lying? Are you really that scared that you have to lie at your big age?
Valid.
Like, it's no reason to be telling stories. Tell the truth.
Like, you don't, like, lie. Flat out lie, yes.
It's too much
But
to be lying at this age.
if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, be full transparent, that's cool, too.
And not telling whole truths is a lie.
Nah.
Do we agree on that?
Never.
Never. You don't think that's a lie?
No, I didn't fuck her, but we did go out to eat.
Okay, it's strategic.
See,
all right, I take that back.
You know what I'm saying?
Telling part of the story, omitting parts of the story.
You know what I'm saying?
It's there to save you.
I didn't lie to you.
You can tell them later if it ever comes up that you had more to say. Just say I wasn't lying. I want to tell you later.
This is what I'll say. You can keep it to yourself unless you see that it's imminently about to happen. I just feel like if you know, like, you know, if you're like, yo, that person walks into the door, you're like, yo, let me talk to you right now. Don't make it a thing, but this happened.
So you have to tell the story.
Because I mean, I don't know, Meezy, like, I don't know about you. I don't like being embarrassed, right? So even if like somebody came in, like, I would just rather her just pull me to the side, like, yo, yeah, this used to be a thing back in the day.
Rez ain't gonna do that anyway.
So I don't ever have
I tell
to,
him he wanted to name our pet the other day Geo, the plant Geo. I had to tell him, yo, it's a little boy out there still love me. His name Geo. He loved me since elementary school. I don't know if we should name the plant that.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Geo, but not shout out to you. But anyway,
you want groupies so bad.
So bad.
Babe, they said
just so she can ignore them.
Bruh, they asked, bruh.
Just to say, I gotta talk to
They sat there and asked my parents and my sister who had the most boyfriends and girlfriends, and all of them said Rez.
This nigga just told this nigga told us this nigga. You said boyfriends and girlfriends.
The question when they set it up,
it's supposed to be or
not and or.
And this nigga over here lying to us now. She won't let you fucking name the plant after ex nigga, but you can go in the room with him and hang out with him. It's cool because she ain't staying there.
I wouldn't do that to you. If one of my exes showed up, I'd be like, yeah, there you go. There she go. Uh-huh. Yeah, come on.
There she go. Oh, it sounds good.
There she go. It's so wild.
I wonder how many rooms I've been in and somebody was like, there she go.
No.
I'm sorry. No? Why y'all not laughing?
Nah.
You never been in a room with a girl that you hit and she got looked over to her man and say, there you go.
Oh. Nah. I've always been the sneaky link.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
As we move right along, at your big age, you shouldn't be lying. Wearing mixed matched socks.
What?
I'm after y'all. I'm on y'all top. Why aren't y'all washing y'all clothes and putting them away? I know y'all washing y'all clothes, but why aren't you putting them away? Okay? The laundry basket is a object for transporting that laundry to that couch after it comes out the dryer so you can get the next load. Take a moment and fold your clothes, my people. We too old for this.
Listen, man.
What's going to happen? My mama always told me, make sure your underwear, your panties, and your bra match, right? And your socks is clean because you never know when you're going to end up on that table and they're going to be talking about you at the hospital like, damn, this girl is so damn bad that her socks not matching.
I'm cool on that one. Fuck them socks.
In your big age, you should only wear your own socks.
Oh, now you want to fight.
Oh, you don't wear
So now you wanna fight.
you don't wear
So
mismatched
now
socks
you wanna
because you don't
fight.
be wearing your own socks.
So when
And in my big age, I am on the belief that the floor is the biggest shelf in your house.
Boom.
you want to know what's funny?
You don't take it out the basket and put it on the couch. Where we gonna lay? I'm not trying to cuddle up with my clothes.
I be wearing
Why you need a Tempur-Pedic when we could just have the clothes right here?
Nigga buy you socks for Christmas, but they really hers.
I be wearing his socks and they come up to my calf. You know how they got the gray marks on the heel of the foot and at the toe part.
That's crazy.
The heel part be all the way up on my calf because the sock's so big.
That's crazy.
I wear them.
That's nuts. Nah, I ain't rolling with that.
I'm saying put your clothes away though.
Nah, fuck that.
You not rolling with it?
No.
You not rolling? You don't fold clothes anyway. You also too old to be not getting your mail at that mailbox. The mailman is fed up with you.
Fuck him. What time do you come, sir? Will you come at a consistent day?
They can't put
at a consistent time.
They can't put no more letters in your mailbox.
Sir,
and they're tired of you only checking your mailbox when you got a package.
Sir, it is 5:00. The sun is down. Why are you still passing out mail?
Speak for the postman. I've
been in the house since 3:30, 4:30. Why are you passing out the mail while I'm cooking dinner?
The postman said, "Come get your mail."
Why is it 2022 and we still don't have a junk mail slot at the mailbox?
Ooh.
Why don't you know who live in this house, in this apartment you put mail in? Why don't we got the same mailman at the same complexes? Nigga, know your route, and you know the people on your route, so you don't put somebody else's mail in there.
Just check your mailbox.
Why I gotta go through it, sort through it, and then put it back like return to sender?
Why? One time I do that, and the mailman got smart with me. You are the sender, bitch. What?
I just be dropping that shit off on their apartment on the little mat here. Oh, we about.
I just imagine me walking by, just like.
Yeah, I did. That's literally what I did. If we about to get into it, ladies, y'all too old to not be getting them oil changes, not pumping that on gas if you don't live in New Jersey.
I don't pump my own gas.
Like it's too cold outside for you to be on that quarter tank.
Outside for me to be pumping gas.
It is also you're also too old in your big age to have those pictures on your dashboard.
Hey,
so we can't see those.
I ain't want to say it.
Oh no, the fuck y'all did. No, the fuck y'all didn't come for me for having the pictures over my check engine light.
You
no, y'all didn't.
And you be having like the little wallet size that be stuck, so it's the little tape, the sticky shit still on there when it fall off. That's nuts,
bro. The pictures changing colors. They ain't supposed to be up there.
We're a generation that's 30 now. Y'all are too old to have crystal balls from the window, from the mirror. Like,
y'all too old to be using black ice as y'all car freshener.
Hey, hold on.
Nah, dead ass. Y'all gotta let that go.
That's a black thing. That's
let
a
black ice go.
Nah,
you're showing your cars with that black ice in your mirror.
That's a black man.
Actually, you too old to be having anything hanging from your mirror. You ain't supposed to be doing that.
Oh,
you too old.
Look at you talking privilege.
I'm
privilege.
You also privilege. Too old to be stealing. Y'all need to stop stealing.
You be stealing. Self checkout is stealing. Just because you swipe something else that wasn't that price is stealing.
Nah, the Walmart done up the game. I stopped stealing from I stopped stealing back when I was 12, but I saw somebody at the Walmart stealing the other day, and the camera had an angle that I ain't never seen before. So I said, "Oh, I'm glad I don't steal no more." They put that bitch on the front of the self checkout thing, and then they put the camera. They get all the self. Yeah.
See, the thing is, one time we were walking through, and sometimes you just got to stretch and kind of like crack your back, whatever like that. I look up, and I'm seeing all these cameras facing straight down.
Y'all ever heard of price matching?
You're nuts.
It's when you go in there and you take that tag and you price change it.
That's nuts. That's
what the people doing.
Ladies, y'all doing all this fitness shit. Y'all always in the gym showing us pictures on your story. Take that goddamn case of water up them steps. We don't need to be in the backseat of the trunk.
Ladies, fellas, single ladies and fellas, make your bed up before you leave the house.
Fuck that.
Make your bed up.
Why make your bed when you go get back in it?
I'm so disappointed in you. Make your bed up before you leave the house.
Nah, I'm cool on that.
What else? On the socials. Let's get into it.
Listen, bro.
Stop going back and forth with people on the internet, y'all. If I see you in the Shade Room comments one more time talking about how you tired of Kylie Jenner and you trying to talk about get out of the Shade Room comments. You're too damn old.
Everything.
Send it to your DM group chat like everybody else. Stop going underneath them comments embarrassing me.
I would like to, if it's not, I don't want to talk in group DMs. Stop putting us in group DMs.
No, you ain't talking. We in a couple of group DMs and you don't want to be there?
I don't really like it.
Okay. But you don't like it? It stink down there?
It stink a little bit in there. Listen, we all know what y'all do. And we all know what y'all do professionally. Say a nigga and that close friends ain't doing it for me. I don't really care. Like, if you can't say nigga because of your job, you might need to find another job.
I did put my picture or middle finger pictures in my close friends.
I saw that.
Because I was grabbing my dick and I didn't want nobody to see it.
You was doing what? Repeat that for me. You was doing, where you was grabbing?
My privates.
Alrighty.
Holding my dick with my middle finger up, and I ain't want that on my story.
Nah.
Some people know me to be a flower.
And time out.
You hiding shit.
I got something for y'all. All right. at your big age, I need you to go on your Twitter. I need you to type in a derogatory word and then your at name. Okay?
And delete it.
I need you to start going through.
Delete all that shit, Peggy.
Not doing
delete
it.
all.
Not doing
Meezy,
it.
we caught you.
And?
We caught you out here.
And?
I want you to know we had some free time this weekend and we caught you.
If you go through, if you type in that F word, it's a lot of tweets in there.
Yo.
There are.
Meezy said, "Oh, okay."
What? Nigga, I said it at that time in my life. I meant it. I think at our big age, we need to stop judging people for what they did 10 years ago.
I think at our big age, I'm gonna take it another avenue.
Stop having these private ass pages too. You be saying some good shit, but we can't retweet it because you don't want nobody to know your page.
Can we take it to the club?
Your Twitter page.
Can we take it to the club?
What niggas do?
Why are you at the 18 and up party
I don't know nothing.
at your big age? Take your ass home, R. Kelly. You don't need to be at the 18 and up. You 21, you could drink.
I think at some point we need to stop having these back and forth about what needs to be done and whatnot, like these kind of conversations, because I mean, if I only got a water, I don't think I need to pay for the ribeye steaks y'all had. I just showed up just to engage and I was about to leave. Y'all told me to stay.
So now they trying to look for you to split the bill?
Like how? And I didn't go crazy like y'all. I was staying inside my budget. Cause that we don't never talk about that. If we gotta split the check, but I was trying to stay inside my budget, that's not really fair to me.
Right.
So
It's not really fair to me. If I bought what was inside of my budget because that's what I was trying to do. But now we gotta split it.
This is the only thing I would say. I feel like I get it. But if it's about someone, I think
if it's a birthday party,
I think you should.
I don't think we need to be paying for our own meals at this birthday party unless we said we was taking you out. If you invite us to the birthday party, you need to pick up the bill here.
I disagree.
That's wild.
I'm just, fam, we didn't say, how is my gift to you eating with you?
It is.
Nah, I'm cool on that one.
The same way my presence is a present.
I'm good on that. I didn't need that present.
No, I think you should pay for the birthday person's dinner.
No, what I'm saying is we don't need to be paying for our own meals here. We can pick up your tab. One of us.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
No, it sounded like you said if the birthday person invited you out, that they need to be paying their tab,
Right.
your tab.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Don't invite us to this restaurant that you want to go to and make me get outside of my budget. That's what I'm saying here, fam.
That's why you don't ever come to my birthday dinner?
You don't ever have birthday dinner. You be having functions and then wanting us to cry in a triangular circle.
I ain't do that this year.
It was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yep.
No, you didn't do that this year.
Yep. So I think I have one more. Speaking of eating, eating out every day, unless you got it like that, and also going to the grocery store without a list. We too old. You need a list, or else you're gonna go in that store and you're gonna tear it up because you're hungry.
That's fine.
And you want to eat everything.
Hey, a resident, you hungry?
Hungry.
Resident
I
expert.
can speak for the hungry. I represent for the hungry.
Starved for 2 weeks and
eyes on
elementary school.
On
Yeah,
their
expert.
stickers. But I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else to
I mean, I think whenever that kid came out, I think y'all need to be parents. You niggas is too old to like know who your kids are and not be there for them.
Right. I agree with that.
I think that's something. I think y'all too old to not be being yourselves, bro. If y'all putting up a front, like whatever it is, if you don't know who you are, personally, sexually, or whatever the case may be, if you don't know who you are now, you need to start doing the exercises to get there. If you don't know who you
you too old to be out here with a soggy mental state
and not doing that.
Go get the help that you
yeah.
need and stop putting that onto everybody else talking about people are triggering you. Get the help that you need.
Stop blaming. We too old to be blaming shit on our zodiac signs.
We too old to be blaming shit on our parents.
We too old to be blaming shit on our upbringing too.
Yeah.
Like figure this shit out now.
Get some help. Talk to somebody.
It's okay. Blaming
the stars do tell you stuff, but your sun sign ain't enough for you to say. That's all I mean. This is person you hate.
Please.
Just kids. That's who you hate.
Yeah.
You don't hate all Aries. Now
be
stop. Cut that out.
We too old to be subbing.
Unless you know the moon, the time of birth, the location of the birth, and you putting that chart together, you don't know nothing about nobody just because they're Virgo.
Y'all too old to be witches.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
That's heard what you said. That's wild.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. You got that.
But yeah, that's all I had.
All right, you got a song for us because this was heavy.
I guess so. You the one that's drunk. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
You trying to turn up?
We can. I mean, fuck it.
You are now tuned in.
You are now tuned in to WMEZ. This week's song of the week is, let me see. All right, I'm gonna go Dopeboy Ra. This called Slum Luther King here on WMEZ.
Textually active.
All right, so let's do our memes and go ahead and hit the road. E, what you got? You ain't got one?
I mean, I said it earlier. I just found it really, really funny when they were saying that homegirl wasn't walking up the steps anymore and she was waiting outside to get tested for COVID.
That was good.
I just feel like that's kind of where we're at right now.
Mine is more of a question, but like a question that you don't have to answer. Do you ever pretend like you don't see something so the other person doesn't feel embarrassed? I'm sure when I fell off that pole, people would try and act like they didn't see me fall off that pole.
Every bug that I see at somebody's house.
Shit. That's not a net. Because you can't control them nets.
Whatever it is. I never saw it. Never seen it.
What you got?
I'm gonna just go keep on with the last part of our conversation. I might reiterate. I really think y'all too old. I think we too old for y'all to be having close friends. Y'all close friends be confusing as fuck. Like, who not allowed to see y'all grilling chicken? Like, why is that in here?
I'm gonna keep my close friends.
I wanted to see ass and titties, not the word nigga.
Okay.
A little weed smoke. We know you be high, nigga. We see you.
Smoking every day. We see you on your road story looking high. But this episode really was up and down. I feel like we talked on a lot of stuff. If you're listening and you're at either of the ages, you looking for some light to get through the tunnel, whether you're in a dark phase or you at your Adele stage. We forgot to mention that Adele was dropping 19, 21, 25. Now we got 30. I was in all of them. But I say all that to say, take your time with your life. Live your life. Enjoy whatever age you're at. It's not a race. It's a marathon. Take your time. Look up to your elders. Talk to older people that you know. Be willing to learn new stuff because the path that you're on may not be the right path. Maybe you need a little bit more guidance. We're here to help, but we can't drive the boat for you.
Hey, don't even care if they was calling you a fuck nigga. You lived that. Live through it. Live it. Live your life, King. I don't even care. Don't even worry about it. She'll be all right. She'll be 30 single, but she'll be somebody trying to fuck. Live your life.
That's right. On that note, we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Probably.
Bye.
Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, we will.
We done took a week off like every week since we came back. Maybe.
We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
All right.